What's good? Jets extend Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson doing a little bit of a live stream tonight. Late night action over here in the Jets Talk household. 11 o'clock. Figure if any of you guys and gals are up, get a little excited, want to hear your thoughts on everything going on around the contracts and what should possibly be happening. We're going to be going live starting next week. I'll have my Monday show back, and then the Tuesday Talking Jets panel comes back as well. So myself, O'Leary, and Greenbean will be back at it, talking some football with you guys. So I'm looking forward to getting into it. I guess, first and foremost, let's hop over and talk a little bit about the contracts. We'll talk about Sauce first, just because I have it pulled up first. Number one corner in the NFL, bar none. That's what the top contract means. I like it. Sauce Gardner, since entering the league, first place in Pro Football Focus grade, which I guess is probably a slight grain of salt with that. But 43 forced incompletions, that's tied for first, and 50.9% completion rate allowed, that is first as well. He signs a 4-year, $120.4 million contract. That makes him the highest paid corner by $0.1 million per year. I'm pretty sure Stingley's at $30 million a year. So I'm really happy with this one, especially since it's a contract extension. So it's added on to the final 2 years of his rookie contract. So you got year 4, year 5, and then this extension kicks in. Now, I really like that because it drops the price of everything, right? Like if he's getting $30 million a year right now, I probably should have looked into this prior. What is his current cap hits? Sorry, doing this on the fly here. His current cap hits, which shouldn't say cap hits, but money that he's getting, call it $30 million for 2025 and 2026 combined. $10 million this year, $20 million next year. So 150 over 6 years, roughly, is what we're kind of looking at. 150 over 6 years. What is it, $25 million a year? All of a sudden, it doesn't sound so bad. Did they do that with Stingley? Was that an extension? Or was that a... I think they wiped out the 5th-year option for him. No, it looks like they extended him for 3 years. Yeah, sorry, he signed a 3-year extension worth $90 million, and Sauce got the 4-year one. Now, guaranteed money, I guess, is slightly different. How is his work? I'm trying to think how Stingley's working right now. Stingley doesn't have guaranteed money starting in 2027. Oh, no, but his 2028 salary becomes guaranteed in 2027. Okay, so his gets guaranteed basically the year before. As long as he's on the roster, it keeps rolling over. We don't know the full details on the Sauce contract yet, so it's still like kind of trying to figure it all out in its entirety, but I like this. I think this was exactly where it was. If you guys remember, last year, was it 2 years ago? There was a clip of Sauce in practice, and there was audio clips, and someone caught like a little piece of it, or maybe it was like before a pregame or something like that. And my old ass, who did not understand what I forget the term was, getting dirty, I think is what it said, what he said, and I thought he said getting 30, and I was like, he's gonna want $30 million a year, and I was like, this is what it's gonna happen. I was like, I know he's gonna get it, and I found out my lingo, I guess, is a little lacking. But I wound up being right. I was right 2 years early, or a year early on this. So there's that. But yeah, look, I think this makes sense. This is where corners are going. As the streaming contracts come in and the salary cap continues to balloon upward over these next few years, these contracts are going to look like child's play. Going to look like child's play. I absolutely love it. Then we got our guy Garrett getting paid. Getting a cool 4 years, $130. He's got $20 million left on his 2 years of his rookie contract. So he's another 6 years, $150 million. They're basically two guys getting $25 million a year for the next 6 years. Now, both contracts do not have guaranteed money in the years 2029 or 2030. So figure in 2028, going into the final year of the guaranteed portion of their salaries, or maybe even 2027, depending on how much money is actually guaranteed in 2028, you'll start to hear like renegotiations happen. Obviously, the Jets own the rights at that point, So it's not like these guys can really like do a whole heck of a lot other than like hold in or hold out. But those are problems for 3 years from now. These are good things. When I hear people complain about the money and the finances inside of things, it gets me super irritated, because if you're worrying about 3 years from now, if you're going to have to restructure a contract, oh no, you're telling me our guys played so well that they needed more money. This is a good problem to have. I'm not even calling it a problem, really. $30 million a year for Garrett. I guess I could go into some of the... I apologize. I must have gotten something in my eye, and I'm like, it's really stinging right now. I could go into some of the maybe the... I don't want to call it downsides, but maybe like the pessimistic viewpoints of some of these contracts. But like, Jet fans should be happy with these deals. These are good deals. Garrett Wilson, per Adam Schefter, one of 5 players in NFL history to record 1,000 yards receiving and 80-plus receptions in each of their first 3 years. The other guys, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham Jr., and Michael Thomas. So good company to be in. And Garrett Wilson did it with, like, I think it was 8 different quarterbacks. And I had, what, do I have the other stat up here? I don't know where the other stat is. NYJ Matt had a really good tweet that basically broke it down. Had like 23 offensive line combinations and like 8 quarterbacks. I think he had, 3 coaches? Was it 3 coaches? Between Salah, Ulbrich, and now Glenn. Although I guess Glenn hasn't coached anything yet, so there's that. But hey, look, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy about all this stuff. There's good things happening for our New York Jets. I'm going to go and talk through the chat. Cameron, I see your comment in there. I don't think I'm going to do call-ins tonight just because it's like 11 o'clock and I'm kind of beat. So I'll talk to the chat. We'll shoot the shit for a little bit and go on that way. God, man. The heck did I get in my eye? I feel like this happens to me like constantly at this time of night. Maybe it's the lights just interfering with the eyes. All right. Let's see. We got JT in here. Let's go. Locked up the young stars. Rep. Nice. Let's get the show on the road. Aiken must have chimed in right as I hit go because I only had 2 comments when I hit stream. I like it. Logan, Isaac, Chick-fil-A. Is it true? You guys can let me know. I heard it was free Chick-fil-A sandwich day today, and I don't have a Chick-fil-A close to me, and I'm bummed because I've heard about it like way later. Let's go. Mike D's nuts. What's up? No camp drama. Love it. Yeah, like it's really nice not having to deal with like the headaches of, you know, just bullshit going into camp. Like, oh, our first round pick is inside. We're talking about offset language. That's normally how this whole conversation goes this time of year. No, we got our first round pick locked in like way earlier than I ever remember us getting a first round pick locked in. And then we got the contracts figured out. Normally this is like strolling into training camp and we're like, oh, there's this holdout. We got hard knocks going on and we got, you know, all this other bullshit. So I'm happy about this. Julian, does it worry you that Allen and Davis arguably did better than Breece did with the same staff and O-line? I don't know. Does it bother me or does it worry me? Maybe like a tiny bit. I think Breece is still really good. I think it was more so the offensive philosophy kind of changing a little bit. And the style of blocking. We moved more towards a power scheme last year, which I think Davis and Allen just sort of flourished behind, where Breece was a little more of a finesse back. I would like to use Breece more as wide receiver 2, coming out of the backfield, as opposed to just thinking of him only as a running back. I'm curious to see how we work him this year. I'd like to see us like really feature Breece throughout the beginning part of the season. 1, because I think he's our best running back, and 2, I really want to see us like, I think we're gonna have more success if he has the ball in his hands. And if things do go sideways and they don't intend on re-signing him long term, or at least if they don't feel like they're gonna franchise tag him at the end of the season, I think Breece should be traded at the deadline. I don't want to roll into this season with like we're just gonna let him walk at the end of the year. Like that would drive me up a fucking wall. Don't do that. But does it worry me a little bit? Man, maybe a little. Jacob, what's up, dude? Late night stream. Damn right. Oh, what? Yo, I'm just checking this thing out. Apparently there's like a whole bunch of points. Is this like a thing on all live streams right now? You get points? Jacob, you're number 1 right now, is what it says. I don't really understand what that means. There's a little number 1 next to your name. at least on my side of things. Jerome, welcome to the economy tier. Thank you so much for supporting the show. If you guys want to, click that join button down below. Get some cool emojis. Cuddy! Contacts drying out week 1. Drying out. Week 1, can't wait. No contacts. I've been wearing, actually, I think you guys have seen this before. I got the Ray-Bans with the cameras in them. Microphones, or not microphones, headphones. They're great. They're awesome. Doing dishes, being able to listen to podcasts and stuff. Pretty nice. No one knows that. No one knows you got anything in your ears. Really liked it. Would you trade Breece Hall and a 2nd-round pick for a 4th-round pick for Christian McCaffrey and Jauan Jennings? Christian McCaffrey, man. I feel like Breece Hall is our Christian McCaffrey, just younger. Jauan Jennings. Honestly, I'd have to look more at Jauan. What is his what's his deal? He wants a contract, right? Oh man. Let's see. So he is 28 years old. Stats wise, relatively healthy. Almost had 1,000 yards last year, 6 touchdowns. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't. 2nd-round pick and a 4th-round pick. I don't think so. I don't think I'd do that. I honestly don't really care much about wide receiver 2. This is kind of like a weird take, I guess. I think Fields is not going to utilize wide receiver 2 a whole crazy ton. So I'd rather just draft that guy at some point in next year's draft, as opposed to giving up picks for guys that, like Christian McCaffrey, I don't know how much better he's going to be getting. And I like Breece. I'm a big fan of Breece, so I don't want to see him. Go. Isaac says, we actually got a competent front office. This regime has been off to a great start. A+ offseason so far doesn't mean we'll have a great season, but they've done a great job laying the foundation. Yeah, I agree. If you go back and look at my my mock offseason after the season ended, I wanted Justin Fields. I thought that was the correct choice at quarterback, especially moving off of Aaron Rodgers. And then after that, I was pretty much kind of on the, like, just re-sign our own guys bandwagon. So the fact that we got Sauce and Garrett locked up and we have Fields under contract, I'm pretty happy. I like the draft picks, honestly, a lot. I don't think there's too many that I could really gripe with. Maybe was it the 3rd-round pick or the 4th-round pick? Arian Smith was like the one people were kind of pissed off about. Definitely a reach, but you're going on traits, I think. I think they basically identified, hey, we need a burner, and this is the kid that's going to do it. So we'll see how that plays out. But if that kid can catch the ball, I'm pretty happy with that. Mumtaz, what's good, dude? Nice to see you. Big day for the Jets. We must sign Jermaine Johnson. Not so much worried about Breece. He's not the same after the injury. Still think we end up with a top 5 pick. So I really like Jermaine Johnson a lot. I don't think we should re-sign him yet. I think you let him play out the entirety of this year. If he looks good by the end of this year, start talking negotiations in the offseason. Totally cool with that. If he looks like he's starting to get back to form, then probably let him play out his 5th-year option and let him be a franchise tag candidate that then works into a contract. Like, he doesn't have to play on the franchise tag, but let him play the next 2 years. The Achilles injury is just such a major injury. I really like Jermaine. I think he's going to bounce back. If there's one guy that can bounce back, it's him. He's probably my favorite player from that draft class. And I'm really bummed that he got hurt last year. As far as Breece, I don't think he's going to get re-signed. I really don't. I think he's going to play out this year and he's probably gone. I would like to see us franchise tag him and just keep him for the 2 years. Just really like lean into this running offense and like Fields and everything. And I think Breece can be that, like I said, receiving back out of the backfield. If you want to use him as wide receiver 2, totally cool with that. You got your tight ends, flourishing as well. But if someone's going to throw you a 2nd-round pick for Breece, I'd probably take it at this point. Cameron, they have earned these contracts, and it's nice to see the Jets reward the players who have stayed positive and performed through all the turmoil. Shows Glenn and Muji value homegrown talent. I completely agree. Completely agree with you. I love this. I've said for years, it looks horrible when you go out and you spend a ton of money on free agents that are not part of your team. And then they come into your locker room and you're just turning away guys like Jamal Adams and Marcus May gets the franchise tag, and the list goes on and on over the course of however many years, 10 years, whatever it's been, where we've spent on high-priced outside free agents and not taking care of our own. So this shows the new regime comes in. Hey, you work hard, you do things the right way, which Garrett and Sauce have done the entire time. I was panicked. I thought for sure we were going to lose Garrett after this year, especially if we weren't going to get Justin Fields. Once we got Fields, I felt like there was probably a pretty good shot that this was going to happen. I love it. I love it. You lock in the guys that do things the right way, and they embody what being a Jet could be. Oh, there it was. Getting sturdy. That's what it was. See, I don't understand what that means. It's like, I used to be really good with the lingo, but apparently I'm not hip enough. Muji, my beloved. I like it too. He's doing a good job. There's a reason why, I think Sean Payton probably, pushed Glenn in that direction too. I think there was probably some insight. And this is someone that, like, I was not super thrilled with getting Muji. I was like, this is a swing in the dark. But I like what they've done so far. It's all right. You're from New Jersey, not New York, so you get a pass. Grew up in New York. JD shopping at Walmart the last 6 years. Look, hey, he drafted a lot of these guys. And I do agree with not overpaying free agents. I just wish we took care of our own guys. Like, letting Huff walk pissed me off. Sucked losing Morgan Moses the first time because we were so reliant on Becton. So I don't know. I don't like the overpays in free agency. I've kind of come out of that. We have our wide receiver for years. Yes, through 2030. He'll be like 30 years old going into that season, I believe. Will you be at the Jets-Steelers game? You're damn right, Jeff. I will be at the Jets-Steelers game. Do I have the little picture up? I don't know if I have the picture up. We're doing our group buy. So if you want to get in on it, talkingjets.com. Let me, hold on, I'll pull it up. I got the graphic somewhere. This is what happens when I just like decide off the cuff to go live. I don't have any of my stuff pulled up. Group by Jets Steelers. Give me a second here. I'll find it. This is bam. Check this out. So if you want to join us, Talking Jets, take a group buy. We're doing tailgate, ticket, post-game field access after the game. You can head over to talkingjets.com. We only got a limited amount of tickets, so if you do want to get in on it, make sure you get them while they're hot. So they're not going to be any more. But it should be a fun game. So yes, I will be there with Matt, Green Bean, and Jeremy's flying in, and Dom's going to be there. We got a bunch of cool guys from the community that are going to be joining us again, like always. Always a good time. Cameron's pumped. He wanted the call-in show. Jets Ward. Great deals by Muji. Love that we're keeping two of our young players. Well-deserved for these two. Jets Ward. Check him out. He's got a YouTube channel. Good dude. Rookie. Winning. Love it. First time in a long time, Jets made a commitment to their core players. Yes. These are good things happening here. Sign Mason Taylor next. This is true. I'll be honest, I did not realize he was not signed yet. I just assumed he's going to get done, so I'm not really sweating it too much. Predictions for when the first domino of the 32nd second round picks sign. 30 of 32 second round picks sign, and do they cave and sign, or do teams cave? Are all the second round, is that what's going on? Are like all the second round picks not signed right now? I have no idea. I've been so out of it, I guess. What would you do with Jermaine Johnson? I understand waiting because of the injury, but knowing his work ethic and drive would be a big year. If he's going to sign for... look, I won't even say it. I really like Jermaine. I would rather him play out at least his fourth year before they start negotiating. And then if he looks like he's like back to form or close to form at the end of this year, I would say, hey, let's do a team-friendly deal with like some incentive-based, bonuses. Or let's play out your fifth year. We're going to plan to franchise tag you, but we want to give you a contract if you ball out. I think that would be my take on that. Eli, Ryan, what's up, man? We did it. 2 core players signed long term. Damn right. Did you see the Bengals are a dumpster fire right now where the first round pick might go back to college? I did see that. That's crazy. He's been practicing with was it Texas A&M? Was that where he came from? Crazy town. Chris, hey Ryan. Everyone, my friends, brothers, fellow New York Jets fans, community, family, nation, hope you're doing well. Hit the like button, subscribe, support Ryan. You're a good dude. I like you. Brees a step slower last year. Yeah, he looked hesitant. I don't know if he looked slower. What does that mean? Points. I have no idea. Do you see, when you're looking at the chat, do you have a little crown next to your name? Because you have a little number 2 crown on my side of things. And I think Cuddy, for some reason, Cuddy is number 2. Probably because he donated, I guess. Oh, no. So, interesting. Can I show you guys the screen? I don't know if I can show you guys the screen. Let me see if I can do this. I've never seen this before on my side, so it's kind of surprising me over here. Let's see. Show me this? I don't know if it'll show me this. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's do it. There we go. All right, check this out. Let's see, so you did have a number next to it. I guess maybe it's for super chats? I don't know. I know you 3 super chatted. But yeah, I guess people have experience points somehow. Not exactly sure how that works. YouTube just throwing stuff at me. This is what happens when I take a few weeks off. Ryan, now that Garrett Wilson and Sauce are taken care of, what do you think will happen with Jermaine Johnson? You've been going into that. Let me just scroll down here and catch up with everything. Mumtaz says, should have kept DJ Reed. I don't forgive that. I really like DJ Reed. He kind of gave up on us at the end of last year. At least that's what it sort of seemed like. And then he definitely wanted out. Now, in a vacuum, if you could say, hey, would you like to have DJ Reed at his current contract over what's his face, Stevens, that we got from Baltimore? The answer is yes, for sure, 110%. But yeah, it kind of sucks. I do like A.Z. Thomas a lot. I'm a big A.Z. Thomas guy. Ryan, if both players have good years, who would you tag, Brees or Quincy? Probably Brees. I really like Quincy, but I think Quincy's getting up there in years, right? Let me see. Quincy Williams. Yeah, he'll be 30 next year. Where Brees has got is he 24? Is that where he's at? Yeah, it would be Brees for me. I know it sounds a little crazy because of how good our running back room is, but I would do that. I mean, I guess maybe if you were super close to winning something crazy and you think Allen and Davis could carry it, but I would retain Brees. Sharon, good evening, fellow Jets fans. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing well too, Sharon. Glad to have you in here. What's up, Wild Wave? 53 months. That's crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about. 53 months. I don't know what that means. Julian, the same people who are saying Sauce is overrated are the same people who wanted us to pay DJ Reed $20 million a year when he lacked it towards the end of the season and was injury prone. Yeah, I would not have endorsed DJ Reed at $20 million. That would have been crazy. I really thought you guys would have done a Talking Jets show today. We're coming back next week, so I think we're just gonna stick to that timeline. I'll be honest, I didn't have anything planned. I might have to adjust at least my Monday show. The kids are starting to stay up a little bit later, so I don't know if I can make the 8 o'clock thing work. But Tuesday, I'll definitely still make it happen. We're coming back next week. Re-signing Sherwood was huge too. I forgot that even happened. Yeah, that was a great move. Man, that's what happens. Disconnected right now. If Fields is good, are you drafting a quarterback? Or are you still drafting a quarterback? It depends how good. I'm leaning towards yes, either way. Just because Fields is under contract for 1 year, I'd rather a situation where other teams feel like we may not go after a quarterback because we have Fields, and then maybe pick and choose how aggressive we want to get for a quarterback based on how Fields has done, what his demands are, if he wants an extension. But I'm still of the mindset, I predicted 6 wins. 6 wins is kind of where I think we're going to end up. So I think we're going to be in pretty good position. And if you're in a position to get a quarterback, I don't really know what other position you're going to be looking for at the top of the draft. Maybe an edge rusher, depending on how Jermaine looks. Maybe interior offensive lineman or a trade down scenario. But I feel like quarterback's kind of the glaring need. So I'd rather that. And there's no reason the rookie can't sit for 2 years if we wanted to extend Fields a little bit longer. you ride the hot hand and you just have like a backup plan. So I would be fine with that. Brees seemed like he didn't want to play football last season and was really slow. Nothing like he was. Hope he turns it around. I don't think a lot of our players wanted to play football last year. that really sucked. That was honestly one of the hardest seasons for me to watch, like, ever. Like, I sat through the Gase stuff and like was excited for Trevor Lawrence and the drafting of a quarterback and everything. But like last year was worse than the year before. Like it pained me to watch Rodgers go down like really, really bad in year one with him. But year two, we had him and we sucked. Like that drained on everyone. I did not like making content last year. I was not a happy fan. Who do you think? What do you think about Jeff Ulbricht's son during the draft and everything? That's a super dick move. I don't like Sanders at all. I'm not a big Sanders guy, but like, you don't ruin a guy's night that he's worked up for his entire career. I think that's really shitty to do. And Jeff Ulbricht's son probably blackballed himself from the NFL because he probably would have had a job. Like, there's a lot of nepotism in the NFL, and you would have just been able to fall into line somewhere. And I don't think he gets a job in the NFL. If we paid him more than Detroit, he would have stayed. Yeah, well, maybe. We don't know that. We're not necessarily on like a winning track right now, and the Lions very much are. So, not sure I agree with talking about DJ Reed. Glad we signed him to extensions, but I want to see wins. Hopefully Glenn can turn it around. Yeah, look, I'm excited. These are the correct moves to make for young players, but make no mistake, this doesn't change my expectation right now because these guys would have been on the field regardless. So I'm still predicting 6 wins until proven otherwise. Another are unsigned because Cleveland and Houston fully guaranteed the second rounder contracts. Oh, so Cleveland and Houston fully guaranteed deals, so everyone else is kind of waiting in the wings. God, I really don't like Cleveland. Got A.Z. Thomas waiting in the wings. Yeah, I'm a big A.Z. Thomas guy. I think he's going to be really good. Dom C was really high on him. So the draft show that me and Dom do in the offseason, we were talking about A.Z. Thomas multiple times through our draft process. So I knew who he was when his name was called. I was like, oh, it's Dom's guy. Where are we? Mumtaz says, love the pick. Might surprise us to upside, I hope. Might surprise us, maybe with upside. Yeah, I don't know if A.Z. Thomas is going to start at the end of the year, but I think he's probably going to be our second best corner. It's new from YouTube. The more words or letters you comment, the higher you are. Really? All right. I like that. I guess that's cool. I think Twitch does something like that. I don't do anything on Twitch. 30 out of the 32 second-round picks are not signed because 2 teams signed their second-round picks with some extra benefits, and now the rest of the second-round picks are holding out from signing. I don't know. I wish every contract across the board was just incentive-based. Like, you get paid, great money based on where you finish. Rookie, veteran, whatever, just everything's incentive-based on a sliding scale. So if the whole league has a really bad year, but this guy's at like the top, he gets the top money. That's what I'd like to see. You'll never see it that way. Chris, next to usernames, XP rankings, different New York Jets YouTube content creator streams have shown it in shows, in chats recently. So what is that? I just post up that leaderboard if you guys could fight over it. It's kind of cool, I guess. Let's see, where was I? More comments, letters. Forgot a couple of R's and T's for Garrett. Did I? A couple of R's and T's for Garrett. For me, or did you say great news for for Andrew? He's like, oh, great news for Sauce and Garrett. Garrett. Jets will Terry McLaurin situation getting ugly. Could you see him as a potential target for the Jets? Nah, I don't think so. He wants over $30 million a year. We're not paying two wide receivers $30 million a year. I like Scary Terry, and I hope he stays in the NFC, but it's not happening. J Quest. Prediction: Lazard has a breakout season, catches game-winning touchdown week 1, but he's on the Steelers. I'll be honest, I don't want Lazard off the team. I like that he restructured. I like that he dropped his salary cap hit. I think he's a really good blocker. I've been big on the wide receiver by committee approach, where you designate wide receiver 2 based on what you're trying to do with the rest of the team. Like if you're trying to run the ball, Lazard's on the field, he's wide receiver 2, good at blocking. You want to get Garrett the ball or tight end the ball. Well, you're going to put Arian Smith in there because he's going to take the top off the defense. He's going to pull the safety out of the box and everything. Even if you're not throwing the ball at him. Corley or, whatever, guys that could be gadget players, provide their own roles as well. So Lazard, I don't hope he's on the Steelers. I know a lot of people are not high on him. Most likely staying in DC for Terry. I agree. Brees Hall said he was hurt too and said it was bad and should have sat out. All right, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Do you see Cleveland's second-round pick running back is in jail right now? Yeah, I think he's going to be suspended, was it at least 3 games? Is that how that works? Like, punched a girl in an SUV, I think, is what I heard. Stupid. McLaurin wants Garrett Wilson money. No way you're close to that. Yep, I agree. Shay, what do you think our record will be at the end of the season? Do we make the playoffs? I don't think we make the playoffs. I think we finish 6-11. I think that's where it stands. My expectations are like very, very low this year, with the hope that they could be high. Where the previous years, my expectations were very, very high, and they came crashing down. So I don't want to hurt myself like I did last year. So expect low things and be pleasantly surprised. This is going to be like Garrett Wilson year 2, where we weren't really expecting to do a whole crazy ton, but then we started going on like a little bit of a run, and then we had the Mike White thing, and I'm hoping to see some magic. That's what I want to see. I think our things will be tough. I'll let you know a quarter of the way through the season. After I see 4 games of us, I'll gauge where we're at. Muji did his job. Now it's Glenn's turn. Agreed. Muji got the guys here. Now coach them up. Jay Quest, yeah, but then teams would hold guys out to decrease pay. The owners would love it. Oh, yeah, that'd be shitty. Maybe it's based on percentage of snaps played, right? No, they're never going to change how everything's done. Andrew, everything I've seen shows me Glenn is turning the culture around. I'll wait to fully celebrate until it turns into wins, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, I agree. I think the way that Glenn handles the media, the way that he's talked about the players, the backing it up with the financial side of things from Muji is really, really good. It feels like Glenn just sort of gets it. He understands. And by buying into the players that are the biggest guys on the offensive and defensive side of the balls, puts that money where your mouth is. So I'm a big fan of what Glenn's doing already. Jacob saying, oh man, more words, more letters, gets experience. Okay, here we go. Comment. Let's see. Does it do anything? Let me see. I gotta figure out how to do this. All right. I can't make heads or tails of it. Everyone else has like 75 points. I don't get it. I don't understand. You guys are all my top fans. Jay Quest, I want him here to stay too. It would be typical Jets if that happened. What were we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. Gregory Klein. I don't know. Rumors are that the Commanders would be willing to trade him. I doubt he comes here to the Jets, but Steelers I could see being in play for him. I don't know. What do the Steelers have in salary cap? Can they do that? Steelers have $10.5 million in salary cap, so I guess they could in theory. Is TJ Watt still holding out? Is that still a thing? Yeah, so TJ Watt's holding out. So once he restructures or gets a new deal, his salary cap hit would drop a good amount. So they'll have enough money if they wanted to make a move to do that. I would imagine he'd get traded out of conference. But man, if I were Terry, I'd try to. I feel every wide receiver that becomes available, I just want to see them end up in Baltimore because I really like Lamar Jackson. Man, Zach says 8 and 9. Did I see the Chargers New Jerseys? I did, the yellow ones, right? I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a big yellow guy. Now I dropped an N on Glenn. Hey, see, you and your letters. Dropping R's, dropping R's, dropping T's on Garrett, dropping N's on Glenn. What are you doing, Andrew? I'm going to drop an A in your name. Andrew Grzonk. How do you like it? Off topic. I love our defensive coaching staff. Yeah, I'm fine with it. My favorite hire that we did this past year was our offensive coordinator, whose name is escaping me at this current moment in time, Tanner Engstrand. Big fan of him. While he's a first-year offensive coordinator in the NFL, I'm pretty sure this is like his 7th year calling plays. He called plays in college for, I think it was 6 years. And I feel like learning how to call plays is harder than... This is going to be a weird way to say this. Harder than switching. I feel like it's easier to call plays in college and then call plays in the NFL than it is to be in the NFL and call plays for the first time. Does that make sense? The difference from last year is we have coaches and we won't be throwing fade routes on 3rd and 1 anymore. Yeah, I'm just happy that, like, if it were me, I would have Fields, Brees, and Allen on the field all the time. Like, you don't know which direction we're running. You can hand the ball off to Brees and run to the right, hand the ball off to Allen, run to the left, or Fields, you can pick whichever direction he wants to run or throw the ball. Like, put as much stress on defenses as you can. If you can keep the edge rusher from crashing in, all of a sudden you're going to have opportunities to pass the ball because now the edge rushers can't just crash down because then you're going to run past them. So I like this a lot. I like where this team's headed. Frank, the Tank. I honestly can't get over the fact that we locked Garrett Wilson in for the next 6 years. We haven't had a young wide receiver one since Keyshawn, and we didn't even re-sign Keyshawn. We traded Keyshawn. I don't think we've re-signed a... Did we even re-sign Santana Moss, or did we trade him after we traded Coles? And then we got Coles back. So it's like, when's the last time we actually signed a wide receiver to a second contract? I don't even know. This might be the first time we've signed a receiver. I mean, outside of, like, did Curley get a contract? Like, at least wide receiver 1 for sure. Cotchery didn't get a deal. Marshall was a stopgap. Decker was not our own, but he only got 1 contract from us. Am I missing someone? I don't think I am. How many picks will Sauce have this year? I say 4, says Zachary. Man, I hope so. For the amount of money he's getting, like, I can understand the pessimistic side of people upset with maybe, hey, Garrett fumbles the ball sometimes. I don't know. I can rationalize some of this stuff in my head. Sauce doesn't get the turnovers. He's not worthy of the amount of money. It's just he's the top guy. Like, you look at all the metrics across the board, like outside of turnovers, and Sauce is like number 1 in everything. Guy doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He does everything right on and off the field. Like, if your knock on him is that he just doesn't intercept the ball, like, we'll find ways to get him around the ball, and he'll probably have more interceptions in the coming years. I'm not terribly concerned about it. But I would say $30 million a year, he's got to start getting turnovers. So if he gets 4, I'd be very, very happy with that. Steel City isn't going to do it because they got to pay TJ. Talking about Terry McLaurin. Yeah, but if they pay TJ, his $30 million salary cap hit drops to probably like under 10. So it's going to free up a bunch of cap space. Maybe the Bengals want Scary Terry. Wide receiver more than edge rushers. Man, they have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball and just nothing on the defensive side. Chris, 9-8 for our Jets this season. I like the optimism. James, I like the situation. Fields is the guy. 10-7 playoffs. If not, 6-10 quarterback early. Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean, heck, even at 10-7, I'll be honest, I would be fine with a small trade up to get a falling quarterback. The only quarterback I'm not like crazy on is Lamaliva. I don't think I really want to touch him, but I like a lot of the other guys coming out. Sellers, the kid from Clemson, and Nussmeier and Allar. Those four are all like pretty high up there. And then I don't think Manning comes out next year. If Sauce picks off Rodgers week 1, then Green Bean has to shave the beard, make it happen. I'm not going to do that, but man, I would be losing my mind. If Sauce intercepts Rodgers week 1, like the building's going to go absolutely apeshit. It's going to go fucking nuts. And I can't wait. I hope that's what happens. I would love our offensive coaching staff. I want to love our offensive coaching staff. I like our offensive coaching staff hire. I like the OC. Big fan of that. Are we getting new jerseys for rivals, or are we just keeping the same 2002, 2018, or whatever jerseys? I had insight from someone at the Jets that there was a variant coming. Let me see if I could find the message. Give me a second here. I feel like that was something that was going to happen. You know what? I don't know where I saw it now. I could be wrong. I could have sworn this came up in one of our chats. Ooh. So the brief rumor I heard, jet fighter pilot themed, waiting to see new uniforms. Possibly some gold stuff. Rumor may be true about uniforms. So who knows? It's all speculation. I'd like to see, I like seeing the variants that come out. I drop all the A's and a couple other letters. Friends call me Gers in college. Gregory. The whole Mason Taylor situation kind of scares me at the moment. Hopefully it's resolved soon and he gets signed ASAP. If all the second round picks are holding out, this is an agent thing. This isn't a Mason Taylor thing. We lost common sense the last few years, so I hope it's back. Yep. We traded Moss too. Yes. Coles. I don't think Coles got a second contract until he came back to the Jets. What's up, Blitz Crew? Good to see you in here. Now I got to see Coles. Let's see. Oh. Tell me they're not even going to show him on here. That's if I got to spell his name right. Yeah, Over the Cap doesn't have Lavernius Coles. Must only go back so far. I know Coles was here, and then we traded him, and then we traded back for him. So I don't know if we ever actually gave him, like, officially a second contract. Before that, probably Corbett. I mean, yeah, that's probably right. Man, that sucks. Quincy Enunwa, yeah, good call out. I forgot Enunwa got a contract. Sauce has a chance to be Defensive Player of the Year this year because this coaching staff will maximize his potential. I think it's very hard for a corner to get it. I think edge rushers just have that ability to cause more havoc more frequently, so their name gets called, almost like the quarterback of the defense. You would have to have a really, like, even Revis didn't even get it the year he went off. I think it went to Charles Woodson, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a hard time believing he can get Defensive Player of the Year. Maximizing potential for our New York Jets players is so crucial for our New York Jets. So to possibly compete and succeed from our players and our coaches. Yes. What training camp practices are you going to? So right now they released the first run of practices, but I'm actually going to be on vacation from the Saturday, the 26th to August 2nd. So I can't go to any of those practices. Actually, Richie texted me. He's like, yo, did you get extra tickets for the second? I was like, shit, they released tickets? I didn't know. I whiffed on it this year. I've been so busy at work. I dropped the ball. So the next round of tickets, I think, goes on sale this week, or maybe it's next week. And I'll try to get some tickets for that following week when I'm back from vacation. So I do want to go to some practices. I really enjoy going to them. I want to take some bets. Do we think that they're going to have the overhang at the Jets facility, or will they go back to the old, like, smaller bleachers with the no overhang and you're just cooking in the sun the whole time? I like what they did once Rodgers got here. Something like those fighter jet gray uniforms might be cool for Rivals. They were teasing it before it was announced last year. Were they teasing it before they? Yeah, I have. Well, I'll show you the Rodgers one I got. I've always thought this should be a colorway, like a fighter jet gray. Although I would have liked to seen like the stripe on the side, like basically this uniform, but in this. This is, I think, called a fashion jersey or something. It's like not an official thing. But I feel like that would be neat. James, off topic, but the continuity is what I'm here for. Last year, the top 3 Jets in terms of tenure for the team were Hennessy, Q, and Ashton Davis, 7, 5, and 4 years respectively. Yeah, I like the continuity a lot. I'm a big fan of keeping guys around because then fans have the ability to, like, invest into jerseys and stuff. Like, I have a Sauce and I have a Garrett jersey. Now I feel like those were, like, worth their weight in gold in purchasing. I'm glad I waited for the Garrett jersey to get to number 5 and, like, the legacy. Feels good. I don't think I'm going to get a jersey this year unless they wow me with something. But, like, I think I'm just going to rock the jerseys I got. Jets rookies report on July 19th. So this was this Friday? Is that when that is? Cool. Vets report on July 22nd. Yeah, that would be, I think it was that Friday and Monday. I think Monday is when everything starts. Before this show's over, I do just want to acknowledge sponsor of the show. Atlas! You might have noticed your boy shaved a little bit, so I'm looking a little naked around the face area. House of Atlas is the newest shaving brand on the block from the creators of Athena Club, a leading women's razor blade brand my wife swears by. So yeah, they know what they're doing. It's hands down the best looking razor I've seen. Sleek, weighted, premium. But more importantly, the shave is next level. 5 precision engineered blades and high performance serum strip that glides smoother than anything you've ever used before. First of all, the Atlas razor looks sleek. Sleek design, easy to hold, maneuver, nice weight to it. I got the green color. I wish I'm supposed to have it right here. I don't have it right here. Sorry. It's actually sitting next to my sink because I shaved the other day. Blades are stabilized and don't bend under pressure, reinforced with welded steel for a smooth shave with no irritation. The blade head has 5 US-made stainless steel blades that glide right through facial hair. The coolest part is the precision trim edge that's revealed by flipping back the serum strip for straight edges and detailing. Allows you to get right under your nose and create straight sideburns. I've also been loving the shave cream. Thick formula, it shows where I've been shaving, leaves my skin baby bottom soft. You guys know I have 2 young kids, so I've been comparing. Soft face, soft booty. And now, for a limited time, they're offering 20% off site-wide plus free shipping at houseofatlas.com. Just use code JETSTALK at checkout. That's HOUSEOFATLAS.com with promo code JETSTALK for 20% off everything. And House of Atlas is now available at Target stores nationwide. So getting your grooming game on point has never been easier. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Visit houseofatlas.com today. Trust me, you'll love it as much as I did. House of Atlas, thank you so much for sponsoring the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Wimmy, what's good, dude? Ryan, hope the kids are doing well. They are. We just we went down the shore last weekend. It was a lot of fun. Ren, my youngest, who is going to be 2 in August, she's like really kind of talking right now. Like you could pretty much make out most of what she's saying. And she's playing with Shay, who just turned 3, and they're running around, they're hiding, playing hide and seek. It's like, this is so much fun. So the nice thing about the Jets sucking so much last year is like I didn't feel as compelled to make constant content. So I did a little more dad stuff. It's been fun. I like my little hiatus in the summer here. Chris, in my opinion, as a Jets fan, I feel our Jets training camp practices under Aaron Glenn will be very physical and tackling. Yeah, I think it's going to be more physical than what we saw the last few years. I'm excited for Jets training camp practices. Going to my first one this year on the 31st. Oh, dude, they're a bunch of fun. Make sure you bring a clear backpack if you're going to bring anything. I don't think you could bring in anything to get signed. I think you have to buy everything inside. Get there early to get yourself a good seat, because it does get pretty busy. At least it did the last 2 years with Aaron Rodgers. Prior to that, it was pretty easy to get tickets. You could pretty much like a day or two after tickets went on sale, you were able to get tickets. But I guess now everything gets sold out pretty fast. Zachary, wearing shaving cream during poker makes us win. That's what I'm getting from Atlas video. I believe it. I can't claim that it's true, but I did come in second or third place. I have a game that I play every year at a buddy's house. We got like 40 people that come in, and just for fun and stuff. But I wound up coming in third. I want some money. Frank says, I can finally invest in a full authentic G5 and Sauce jersey. I've always been scared to purchase new jerseys since we rarely keep our own talent long term. Last jersey I bought was a Revis Reebok. Yeah, I've been sucked into buying a bunch of jerseys over the last few years. So, like, I bought a Sam Darnold jersey. I bought a Zach Wilson jersey. I bought Jamal Adams jersey. Sheldon Richardson. Sam Darnold. Did I say Sam Darnold? I don't know if I said Sam Darnold. So then I started going with the retro. So I have a Mangold jersey that I love wearing. I've got my Sauce. I've got my Garrett. You know what I got to get? I got to get a Corvette. I want to get a retro Corvette. Maybe that's what I'll do this year, because I think they're doing the white ones. Jacob, any plans for any other games this year? Tampa, maybe. I might be going to the Cincinnati game in Cincinnati. I'm not really expecting us to win, but I have family close to there that I haven't visited before. So I would like to go visit them. I've been so busy with the family that I haven't had an opportunity to haven't had an opportunity to go down there. I've never actually been to Cincinnati before, so that'd be kind of new. I do have family in Tampa, so the Tampa game could make sense. Miami could be another one that could make sense. Kind of depends. It's tough to travel with the kids, so it's really just a matter of like where they're at this time of the year and everything. So it'll probably be like a last second thing. Did you see Frankie V comment on not wanting to pay Sauce right now? Yeah, I did see that. I think it was he talking about, oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't Frankie V that I saw. Maybe it was Chad something. Blewett commented on someone's post, and I was like, this person makes no sense. I don't think I saw Frankie's comment. Put that cheese head in the closet. Yeah, I probably should put the cheese head away. Actually, it's a pizza head, not cheese head. It's got pepperoni slices on it. I don't really want to put it in my closet because then I just have a cheese head in my closet. But I probably shouldn't have it in the background. I should probably put it somewhere else. I got to find something else. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. You guys got to give me some good ideas on what I should put there. Oh. All right, so let's just recap this real quick, and then we'll kind of wrap it up here. So first off, you guys haven't done so already. Talking Jets game, $2.99. Get yourself a tailgate with Tailgate Joe. Tickets, on-field access after the game. And you get into the ticket giveaway. Jersey giveaway that we're going to be doing. So yeah, hit us up, talkingjets.com. And Support the show. Boys and girls, Garrett Wilson, 4 years, $130 million. Really like this contract. It's going to look like chump change by the time this is all said and done. You give this contract 2 years. 2 years. Ja'Marr Chase is already getting $40 million a year. Like, just wait till all these next contracts come up. It's going to be like close to $40 million or above $40 million each of these next ones. I don't think McLaurin's going to break that. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a weight, but $31 or $32 million a year, whatever Garrett's getting, is chump change. And then from Sauce's perspective, 4 years, 120, it is a lot for a corner. And you got to hope that he's going to start turning the ball over a little bit more. But man, you got a guy on the offense side of the ball, you got a guy on the defense side of the ball that just say the right stuff all the time. They do the right things. They're what you want your organization to be. I said it at the time when we drafted Sauce. Sauce is a statement pick. It is a culture pick. It is one that says, this is what a New York Jet is. That's the type of player you don't let walk away. I'm glad Muji got this done. I'm glad Glenn got this done. And Garrett has always said the right things on and off the field. The emotion that we've seen from him at some points is a fiery emotion that I feel is a net positive. It's not a negative the way that like a T.O. or a Randy Moss may have shown some of their emotions in the past. So I'm very happy with both those guys and these deals. I think this is really good. I think we're probably done with all that. Let's rip through these last few right here. Buy a second pair of goggles and put them on the statue. I really should. I got my goggles up here. It's funny. There's a few kids' books. Actually, my daughter and I. So Shay and I were watching the movie Up. And at the very beginning of that movie, there's the old guy who's a kid in the flashback, but he's got the pilot hat on. He's running around. And Shay goes, "Daddy." I'm just like, that's amazing. Thank you for that, kid. Frank, salute to you and your family, Ryan. I have a 7, 5, 3, and 1. God damn. You keep popping them out, dude. Time flies when you see their growth. Dads are important. Keep being a great father. Oh, dude, thank you. You be a great father, too. I know we're both kind of in this weird conundrum of being Jet fans and accidentally probably poisoning the well of our kids' brains of being Jet fans, but that's okay. That's what makes us stronger. 4 kids, dude, man. I have 2, and I'm driving myself nuts. But yeah, I absolutely love hanging out with them. It's a lot of fun. I see how fast they are growing already, and I am very much not going to miss those like dad moments. It means a lot to me. So thank you, Frank. You as well. Chris, Jets week 1 versus Steelers, 21-17. My prediction as a Jets fan, regardless, we are winning, starting 1-0 this season. I do think the Jets win week 1. There's one game I want to win the entirety of the season. Like, if we could only win one game, it's that Steelers game. I really want that to be. By the end, Garrett Wilson's contract will be 9 to 11 because we have high-level wide receivers coming up. Yeah, he's what, top 5 right now in contract. That'll shift pretty quickly. Boys and girls, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. A little late night stream action here. If you enjoy the show, go a long way if you hit that like button. Yeah, then I'll be back next week full time doing this, talking football with you, getting the Talking Jets crew back together. So it'll be fun. But until then, go Jets!